Do you think we should be looking at a Shop Orange campaign that would fit into Taste Orange, that would fit into the whole umbrella of promotion of our produce and our services and everything else?
Yeah, look, certainly, just recently I moved a motion that eventually got up through council to look at, as far as we possibly can, a local procurement policy to give people the opportunity. It doesn't, you still look at service, continuity of supply and all of that, but to give local people the opportunity. If they can't come to the mark, whatever, you've still got to get value for money for ratepayers. So yeah, anything that promotes orange, like brand orange, taste orange, shop orange, I'm all for it. I love orange and I love our community and I want to see us go from strength to strength. But going from strength to strength depends on having, if you like, a critical mass of businesses, and those businesses range from cars to fruit, vegetables, to clothes, to the hairdresser, to a whole range of the optometrist, the shoe repairs. There's a whole range of businesses that we just actually forget on, that rely on people coming in.
Do you think that it's time for them to either be encouraged to pull together or to pull together themselves and work in a similar way to a shopping centre would work, where its retail members put up a certain amount each year and that goes to promotion of that shopping centre? Can that be done on a citywide basis?
I think it possibly can. I think looking at things that I've noticed over the years, which I find interesting, is when the Chamber of Commerce got going, that was to look at common interest type things and support people with business plans and all that type of thing. Surely that can be extended out to a similar sort of thing that actually looks at marketing and pushing and promoting what you actually have. I know word of mouth helps, but in establishing a business and in tougher times, it does help to know people that you're actually there. I watched something just recently on, I think it was on SBS or ABC television or something, and it was about the butchering industry. And you know how the smaller butcher shops are finding it very, very difficult to compete against, if you like, can I say it, the big multinationals, without saying who the names are, but I all think that they know they start with W and C, and what effect that's actually had. And some of these butchers, and I wish I knew where the town was, I found it so interesting, they've got together at home and said, we're butchers, we love our industry, and we're here and we're here, and they banded together and a bit of a name, and they start promoting their sausages you can taste, and you can walk into the shop and talk to the bloke how they're made and what you're doing, and just how successful it's actually been with people. Now, it's pretty hard sometimes to get something that's in a packet, and it's not all that good. You've got no idea where it comes from. Pre-frozen. So no, I think that's a great idea of yours, and I think it can work. And I think if you can set up a support mechanism, because some people may not have those marketing skills, and I think there's nothing worse than if your business is under that sort of pressure sometimes. Depression sets in. You think that you're in a 44-gallon drum and you can't get out of it, and that's where you do need the support of other people to say, look, we're all doing a bit tough at the moment, why don't we get in together? So part of, even take the marketing, put it aside, the people getting together and discussing the issues which they've probably all got does actually help with your mental health. And of course, if your mental health's pretty good, you feel more like getting up and having a go at certain things. I can say that 99% of all purchases that I've ever made have been locally. That includes my vehicles. I don't shop outside of town. I'm not saying that I don't read the prices and try and do a better deal, but I like shopping locally for the service, and I know that generates employment. Now, with foodstuffs, the same thing. Not saying that occasionally you don't pull up in the mountains because they've got something that's out of season here. Of course I've done that. But basically, whether it's plant materials for the garden or whether it's foodstuffs, whether it's clothing, all of those issues are travelling. I go through a local travel agent in Orange. I don't, go on the internet or down to Sydney. And I believe we live in communities and we have certain expectations, and those expectations are a good education, good health facilities, a good library, and a whole range of things. So what makes that? We've all got to be part of it. We can't have expectations, we want this and this and this, and what we do is all our shopping away from here. And I think the other thing is that all of those businesses here employ people. Opportunities for young people to do apprenticeships or traineeships. They pay rates. They are part of the community. They probably sponsor. There's not too many businesses I know of in Orange that don't sponsor some charity or some sporting team or some other community effort. They're the people that are in the Lions Club and the Pro Bus and all of those types of things. And I mean, if they're not there, it affects the whole community. If that business closes down, and some people sometimes see that business as one or two people, I don't think we appreciate sometimes the domino effect of one business closing, how it can affect other business.
Who should launch this, run it, and encourage this? Is it a council matter, or is it a private business matter, say chambers of commerce?
Look, I think this is something that really the Chamber of Commerce or the business operators should get together. I think it should be a partnership thing. You know, it's in the council's best interest for the City of Orange that things are operating. So, as a partner in it, I mean the media, the businesses themselves, and the chamber that are set up. Though I know not all businesses are a member of the chambers, and not everyone's a member of a Rotary Club. People have different ways that they interact with other people. But I think if we can say that this is a partnership, it's about us, and us is Orange, and you know that's everyone at all levels involved in all sorts of employment or involved in all sorts of businesses. That's a resell, it's a retailer, it's a wholesaler, it's the big ones, it's the small ones, and it's everyone in between. That's what a good promotion's about.